Learn about the underwater Dorothy's window in Lake Malawi, a 30-feet underwater viewing window, allowing scientists to study the lake's diverse aquatic life. Lake Malawi is home to over 1,000 species of fish, making it one of the most biodiverse lakes on Earth. Dorothy's window is a 30-foot underwater viewing window, allowing scientists to study the lake's aquatic life up close. The window is located at a depth of 30 feet, providing an unparalleled view of the lake's mid-water zone. Scientists use Dorothy's window to study the behavior, habitat, and interactions of Lake Malawi's diverse fish populations. The window has helped researchers discover new species and gain insights into the lake's delicate ecosystem. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster was one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, caused by a tsunami that hit the plant in 2011. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster released 2.5 times more radioactive material than Chernobyl. The accident was triggered by a 9-magnitude earthquake and tsunami on the 11th of March 2011. The plant's cooling systems failed, causing a meltdown of the nuclear reactor's fuel rods. Radioactive iodine-131 has a half-life of 8 days, but can still harm humans at high concentrations. The disaster forced the evacuation of over 100,000 people from the surrounding area. Similar nuclear plants are still operating today, with some lacking adequate tsunami defenses. Compare popular voice assistants like Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri. Learn about their strengths and weaknesses in controlling IoT devices. Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri are the top 3 voice assistants controlling 95% of the market. Alexa leads with 80% of the smart speaker market, dominating home IoT device control. Google Assistant excels in smart home control, with seamless integration of 10,000+ devices. Siri is catching up, with Apple HomeKit now supporting over 600 IoT devices. Alexa and Google Assistant have more third-party skills, with 100,000+ and 50,000+ integrations respectively. When it comes to multi-device control, Google Assistant takes the lead with superior capabilities. The Ocean Cleanup Project aims to remove 90% of plastic waste from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch by 2040. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a giant vortex of plastic waste in the North Pacific Ocean. It's estimated to contain over 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic, harming marine life and ecosystems. The Ocean Cleanup Project's System 001, a 600-meter-long barrier, is designed to collect plastic debris. The project aims to remove 90% of plastic waste from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch by 2040. Microplastics are broken down into tiny pieces, consumed by small marine animals, and entering the food chain. You can join the mission by supporting organizations or reducing plastic use in your daily life. From faulty airbags to faulty transmissions, we'll count down the most significant car recalls of the 21st century. Since 2000, over 200 million vehicles have been recalled in the United States alone. The most common reason for recalls is faulty airbags, accounting for 40% of all recalls. In 2014, General Motors recalled 30 million vehicles worldwide due to a faulty ignition switch. The largest recall in history is Takata's 2015 recall of 100 million airbag inflators. Recalls have cost the automotive industry over $120 billion in the 21st century. On average, 1-inch 5 vehicles on the road today has an open recall, putting drivers at risk. The epic battles that shook the music world. The legendary feud between Taylor Swift and Kanye West started at the 2009 VMAs, shocking the music world. The Beatles and Oasis had a highly publicized feud in the 1,990 seconds, with Oasis's Liam Gallagher calling the Beatles soulless. The rivalry between Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash was fueled by their competing styles and chart dominance in the 1,950 seconds. The feud between hip-hop giants Drake and Pusha T escalated into a series of diss tracks, captivating fans worldwide. The infamous Super Bowl halftime show in 2012 sparked a feud between Madonna and LMFAO, with rumors of a backstage fight. The long-standing feud between rappers 50 Cent and Ja Rule originated in the early 2000s, with both artists releasing diss tracks. In this lab-themed Minecraft challenge, Players must survive in a custom-made laboratory biome filled with hazardous chemicals, toxic gas, and mysterious experiments gone wrong. The Minecraft Lab Survival Challenge takes place in a custom laboratory biome filled with hazards. Players must navigate through areas contaminated with toxic gas that slowly drains health. Hazardous chemicals are scattered throughout the lab, causing damage if not handled carefully. The lab contains mysterious experiments that have gone wrong, posing unpredictable threats to players. Survival requires finding and crafting protective gear to shield against lab hazards and toxins. The ultimate goal is to uncover the secrets behind the lab's sinister experiments and escape alive. Uncover the story of the Empire of Vietnam, which lasted only 10 months in 1945, making it one of the shortest-lived empires in history. In August 1945, Vietnam declared independence from France, marking the beginning of the Empire of Vietnam. The Empire of Vietnam was established with Emperor Bao Dai as its head, a former puppet ruler for the French. The new empire was technically a puppet state of Japan, which had occupied Indochina during World War II. On the 2nd of September 1945, Ho Chi Minh declared the establishment of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, rivaling the empire. The Empire of Vietnam collapsed in October 1945, when Japan surrendered, ending its own occupation of Indochina. The 10-month Empire of Vietnam ended with Bao Dar's abdication, paving way for the First Indochina War. Discover the eerie tale of India's Loktak Lake, which turns blood red during the monsoon season due to the presence of a specific type of algae. Loktak Lake in India transforms into a blood-red river during the monsoon season. The eerie color change is caused by a type of algae called cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria thrive in Loktak Lake's unique ecosystem, rich in nutrients and minerals. During monsoon season, heavy rainfall and floods trigger the algae's explosive growth. The blood-red phenomenon is a natural and temporary occurrence, usually lasting a few weeks. Loktak Lake's remarkable transformation attracts tourists and scientists alike, fascinated by nature's spectacle. Imagine a giant wave of molasses destroying a town. On the 15th of January 1919, a storage tank ruptured in Boston's North End, releasing 2.3 million gallons of molasses into the streets. The molasses flood traveled at an estimated 35 miles per hour, destroying everything in its path, including buildings and streets. The disaster claimed the lives of 21 people, with many more injured, and left a trail of destruction 90 feet wide and 160 feet long. The molasses was so thick and heavy that it took weeks to clean up, with workers using steam shovels and dynamite to remove the sticky substance. The Great Molasses Flood was one of the most bizarre and deadly disasters in American history, with no clear cause or explanation for the tank's rupture.